Cross-curricular classes are good for students because they're able to get the ability to see each of the different subjects working together as a whole. And in this technology project that we've created, we have been able to reinforce the subjects that are taught across the 7th and 8th grade curriculum. So it has been more of an extension on what is already being taught in the classes rather than something new, which is something that the teachers in the science and math classes are not always easily able to fit into their already packed schedules. The STEM project is a great resource for allowing students to see how the different subject areas relate to the main project, which is a real-world based project. And the students are able to see how the math component works with science and how the science component works with tech ed, since they are able to actually communicate across these different silos of subject areas. With this project, students are able to get a direct connection to the different careers that are going to be available to them once they graduate high school, ultimately look at different professions in college. For example, some of the careers that they were able to research and get a feel for with this project are architecture, civil engineering, and all the different areas that tie into land surveying, the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, for the science classes, material consultants for the math department. The list continues, and there's more that can be available once the project continues in the future.
The STEM project was awesome because it involved a lot more than my other tech projects were. I got to use stuff in my math class and my science class as well as in tech, because earlier in the year in tech, all I was finishing the project really quickly and then just sitting around not doing much. And then after that, once the STEM project started, it involved much more with using the program, collaborating with my partner, and working with the other departments of the school.
How'd you like that?
I really liked it because it was so much more involved in the classes.
I liked the STEM project a lot. It was a lot of fun. It involved it involved teamwork because all of the different classes working together, and it was a lot of fun.
I liked it a lot. It definitely involved all the different groups. Like, I enjoy math and science, and I didn't know we were going to do the STEM project when I signed up for technology, but it was definitely something I really enjoyed.
Could you see kind of a relation between your math and your science and your technology when you did the project? Could you tell me that?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of intertwined. There was a lot of stuff we had to think about once. Like, if we put in something over here, it affected all the different classes. And we had to think about all the numbers. Like, we couldn't go over a budget in math, and then we had to think about the soil in science, and then that all related back to building the house and all kinds of different stuff.
So do you see it was really good to kind of do this, this thing about the STEM, you had cross-curricular?
I did. It definitely intertwined a lot of my favorite subjects, and it was pretty cool to look at, science isn't just about doing electricity, and math isn't just about finding out equations, how it fits into our career later in life.
STEM class was really fun because we had a huge freedom just to do. I mean, of course there were certain guidelines, but we could do almost anything we want. We could design our house the way we wanted to, and we could, whatever rooms we wanted, we could make them as big as we want. We could place them wherever we want in the house. So I really liked that. Well, I learned how, there's certain proportions. We don't want the master bedroom being 3 times the size of the bedroom or the bathroom, and the bathroom not to be too big. So learning, the proportion of different rooms is something I really learned. So in the interior design portion of after we were done raising the walls, we had to put in chairs and beds and TVs, etc. So we had to make sure that the TVs, they weren't at 10 feet bigger than the chairs. That's an exaggeration, but and the kitchen especially, that was kind of tough because we had to scale. We had a preset cabinets and everything, and we had to make sure that people could reach the cabinets and all that. So it taught me a lot about how science, math, and technology all work together to create one huge project, and how well it worked together.
You need to select Yoshi, what minutes you use.
Whoa! That looks like my house. When we were put it down.
It won't be on. open-ended program.